The fish you can eat, the fish you should definitely avoid. Fish has heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, including DHA, the fatty acid that nourishes your brain. But mercury poisoning, toxins and preservatives have scared many people away from eating fish. Here's what you need to know to eat fish and stay healthy. Even if you're a vegetarian, Body Ecology recommends eating fish about 3 times a week because it has medicinal, grounding and strengthening properties. In general, fish is a great protein substitute for other meats because it is low in calories, saturated fat, and cholesterol, and that's not all. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish. Lower blood pressure. Lower heart rate. Lower risk of death from heart disease. Lower risk for stroke. Lower risk for depression. Lower risk for some cancers. Fish consumption is especially important for women who are pregnant or want to have a baby because it provides the omega-3 fatty acid, DHA, which encourages healthy brain development of babies. But fish are sadly said to be on the do not eat list because of the concern over mercury. Mercury poisoning is still a concern when it comes to fish consumption, but there are ways to mitigate this risk. To reduce the risk of mercury contamination, avoid eating swordfish, shark, tilefish and king mackerel altogether. Limit your intake of white to less than 6 ounces per week. Shellfish can also be full of toxins because they are scavengers and feed on industrial deposits, sewage, and the waste of other fish, filtering it through their bodies. Avoid clams, lobsters, oysters, shrimp and scallops if you want to avoid excess toxins from shellfish. But should women who are pregnant, nursing, or who want to have a baby, along with children under 12 years, be especially mindful to avoid eating fish? Preservatives are another concern when it comes to purchasing your fish. Many fish are sprayed with preservatives like polyphosphates, sulfites, sodium benzoate, and polytrisorbate to control mold, yeast, and bacteria and to make them appear appetizing. The FDA allows these preservatives, but they do not have to appear on the labels of the fish you buy. The long-term health effects of consuming these preservatives are unknown, so it's best to avoid those who use these preservatives. One guideline is that warm water fish, like orange roughy, are more likely to have preservatives than cold water fish. Otherwise, use your judgment and know your supplier to make sure you're getting high-quality fish without preservatives. You have probably heard the debate and are wondering, do I choose wild fish or farm-raised fish? When it comes to your health, we recommend wild-caught fish, and here's why. Farm-raised fish generally have the same level of omega-3 fatty acids as wild fish, but when it comes to fat and calories, because farm-raised fish do not have lots of room to swim and are prone to disease, they are often given antibiotics as well as commercial dyes to give them a healthy color, even if the toxins are passed on to the consumer. While farm-raised fish often costs less than their wild-caught counterparts, the health risks and lack of flavor truly do not merit buying such an inferior product. Having said this, however, there are many aquaculturists who operate responsibly and you can eat the fish from these farms without sacrificing your health or that of the planet. Fish to eat. Now that you know more about fish, here are our recommendations for the healthiest fish on the market. Omega-3 rich fish to eat. Salmon, halibut, tuna, cod, sardines, anchovies. Fish to avoid. Swordfish, shark, tilefish, king mackerel, white tuna, warm water fish like orange roughy, shellfish like clams, lobsters, oysters, shrimp and scallops. Fish whose color has been preserved with dyes. Farmed fish. Fish is an excellent source of animal protein and in fact, the preferred source of animal protein on the Body Ecology program. Everyone seems to like it on the fish and it's easier to digest.